This week at Morning Glory Motorsports, we're back at the racetrack. But do we have one car or two? It's crunch time now. So it's got a floor in it, all carbon is in it, tubs are in it. I guess now is paint. Put all the carbon back, seam seal, 550 rivets maybe, I don't know. We gotta put the metal back, or put the Zeus fasteners back for the nose. What else? I gotta poke a hole for the steering. And a little miscellaneous things. We gotta do dual chutes, 2 parachutes on it. Brake lines, bleed the brakes. So yeah, and then we're gonna be able to take it to Keith. And once we get there, we just have to do everything else, I guess. We are dwindling down on stuff I need to do here. One of the last things is to weld on. I gotta put a brake tab here for the brake lines for my dad to run brake line to. And then I cut all the weight tabs off. So I'm gonna weld these here in case we have to add weight at the track, either to square the chassis or, you know, if we wanted to transfer or put more weight on the rear tires or whatever. So we'll go ahead and get these welded on, then I gotta move to the parachute. And we're getting real close to taking it to Keith. I want to get everything from here forward painted so tomorrow my dad can start assembling the carbon and I can work on the parachute. We can paint that later. Now I'm welding a piece of plate where my feet go, so I don't have to like step in between the bars, and so I can rest my feet on a plate, and my dad is working on the front brake lines. Gonna move to welding the parachute up. This is from Hammer Concepts. And then we'll weld the 4-link bars together. So here's that rear end that I built. I got some parts from Cut Send here. These are weight tabs. We run different classes, and different classes require different weights for your combination. Like in LDR, I think I can weigh 2,180 pounds or something. This car can never get there. But in Warriors, the class I'm gonna run, I have to be 2,580. So this will probably be less than that, so we'll strap some weight to the rear end. And then I also have a badge. So we'll get these welded on, and that should pretty much wrap up the rear. Here's how they come. I got them not bent. As you can see, they're bent, and I weld a captured nut because I hate wrenches, I guess. You can have these bent and buy them, but I have a brake, so I just do it. That tag welded on. I'm gonna flip it up and see kind of where we want the weight tabs to, and we have some lead bricks we got to put here, but I have to make sure they're clear everything. And there is the rear end all finished up. Move on to poking that hole for the steering shaft. I probably should have taken some measurements before I did this because I already had this set. I'm Bo is back. He's gonna get some stuff prepped, and so he's gonna be painting this just like the last one. We need to mount remote reservoirs again, so I got another from FFP Customs, and we got to make a super custom mount for this. I already showed you this real intricate brake pedal mount. We are going to have to mount these something like this to stay under the dash and still be above where the line's going. We'll go ahead and bend a piece of 3/8 chromoly around these remote reservoirs. Again, another intricate mount. When you're race car rehabbing, it's all got to be custom. My dad's going to get the brake line to the rear of the car going, and I'm going to do a little seam sealing. So I went ahead and cut the single chute off. Now we're going to put dual chutes on. I went ahead and made this hammer already. Braced it up because this car should probably go 220 mile an hour plus, I hope. Now my dad is working on the brake line from the bulkhead to that tab I welded on earlier to drop down to the rear end. And I am welding gussets to the parachute mount. Again, want a lot of strength here. 220 plus in the quarter mile is no joke. So the dual chute tether pole is on. These are gonna tie back into this, and then I'll probably tie them up here. And if you're wondering what this hole is for, it's for this push pin, and that is how we push the car. So Bo and I are working the graveyard shift, hoping to get everything from the shocks, pretty much the shocks, painted forward so we can start reassembling tomorrow while I continue to work on the dual parachutes. Even though it was a pain in the ass, it does look good. Pizza party reassembly. My dad is working on the last brake line that goes over to the passenger caliper, and I am working on the parachute bag mounts. The car will probably only have one parachute at this next race. It's only an 1/8 mile race. The dual chutes is more for quarter mile for us. Now that those are finished, we're going to start the reassembly of all the carbon. And that means probably 500 rivets or more. This would really suck if you were doing all these rivets by hand. We'll move on to seam sealing all of the corners where the carbon comes together. This is mostly because I hate having smoke in the car after a burnout. Well guys, with the help of my dad and a couple friends, next stop, Wonder Racing. It is loaded up, ready to go. The hood's still inside. So I'll give you guys maybe a once over better at Keith's. We have, I don't even know what day it is anymore, but we don't have a lot of time. I'm gonna get it there. We're gonna put an engine in it, plumb it, wire it, fire it. Next stop after that, Yellow Bullet Nationals, Cecil County Dragway. But, all right, See you guys at Wonder Racing. So we have made it here to Wonder Racing. We have to play a little musical cars. I have a pile of parts here. But we gotta switch some cars around, get this one in, get his out, and we can start assembly. Got it inside. He is currently putting the oil pump together. I'm going to get the transmission in, and he is going to get the rear gear that we're going to put in this. The thrash really starts now. We probably have about a week. I don't know. Transmission's in. We're going to put the new Circle D.
So Chris and Pete took care of us on the white cars converter, and I've been insanely impressed with it. How forgiving it is up front, how much faster it is down low, but then also how it couples out the back. So talked with Pete, and he got me set up with an identical converter for Owlette as well. So big shout out to Pete and Chris of Circle D. We appreciate it.
So if you're in the market for a converter, hit up Circle D. They know what they're doing, that's for sure.
Hands down, the absolute best customer service. We're a dealer at Wonder Racing, so we can get you set up as well.
Circle D. We are on to day 2. It has an entire drivetrain, engine, transmission, rear ends in it. Yesterday I was replacing a lot of bolts. I don't have, these are AN or NAS. So we use these in brackets because threads are smaller. So if you put them in there, sometimes it can move around. So if the entire bracket is in the shoulder, it just provides more strength. We like them on these. We like them on suspension parts mostly because they see the most shear force. Next thing we're moving on to is Keith is making me put a new window net in. Like I don't already have enough to do. We're going to be using Hammer. We use that a lot. Hammer Concepts and Design came out with a new window net kit. We're going to be putting that in. Here's the original. It had, belt buckles. There you can see. Drivetrain's in. Carbon's uncovered. Looking good. Coming together quick. Needs to be quicker though. Well, it might go quicker if you get off your phone, huh? So we'll start by grinding the old window net mounts off and getting this lousy powder coat off. Let's mark out where we want the window net to end so we can make sure to get a powder coat off there too. It sucks to try and weld through powder coat. It doesn't work with TIG. We'll set the seat back in, make sure this lower bar isn't going to be into our shoulder or anything. Once we're happy with everything, let's weld it in. we go. Hammer Concepts and Designs window neck kit. I gotta say I've set up quite a few different window neck kits, and that was by far the easiest and best performing one. So I would recommend that one every time. So we are back at Keith's. I had to go home for a couple days, but he has been busy. Pretty much all the wiring is in the car. And I'm working on fire lines. Got the ones in the rear done. So, Quinn is with me. Quinn! We're just working away. I'm gonna continue with the fire lines. He is working on the CO2 lines. Yeah, plugging away. So, since there's two bottles, I'm going to use this one for the engine bay and that one for the driver compartment. There's also two pull handles. So you can evacuate one if you feel like it's just contained in the engine bay. But if you feel like it's coming through, you can pull both handles. I'm gonna come through here with one, follow the frame rail, and the original builder of this car did something pretty cool. These are the old fire lines, and they go through the frame rail to a port out here that'll spray. Pretty clean setup, I'd say. Just a quick update. Quinn is still here. We are just about ready to fire. We changed some things on the car. We hardlined. We got all stainless lines for the CO2 and boost lines. Come inside, look, it's pretty well finished. New parachute handle. Fire lines are done. Breather tank's done. And then fire bottle, burn down tank, all plumbed. Only one chute on it for right now. We're only running 8th mile in the next race, which is Yellow Bullet. It'll have 2 on for World Cup. But yeah, about ready to fire. Getting closer. Just doing some finishing touches. And after all those late nights, early mornings, long weeks, this is what makes it all worth it. think we're gonna end this video here. I'm just kidding. Obviously, Owlette means a lot to me. Keith trusts me to drive it for years now, and we have a lot of fun at these races. So, yeah, putting this together, me and my dad, me and him, means a lot to me. So, I'm gonna sit back and enjoy the new and improved Owlette. Well, we made it. We made it to Yellow Bullet. The car is here, and it turned out super clean. You know, we didn't cut any corners. You know, in my opinion, it came out clean. Now, I realize I didn't go over the car much. It is a 5.4 liter mod motor, just like his white car. Same engine, but the difference is a single 98 millimeter bullseye turbo. And we've been very happy with this turbo. We've only been running the 98 for 2.5 years, maybe. It used to have an X275 legal 88, and X275 is gone. It's pretty much dead. So we stepped up to a 98, and I'm running Warriors this weekend. Come inside. It's got a Cone 3-speed close ratio transmission. It's running Holley EFI, and Keith does all the wiring and tuning. But man, did it turned out so nice. It's so simple. And come underneath the rear, and it turned out so nice. I'm so happy. Well, I think we're gonna end this episode here. We made it. I'm happy. The car's in one piece after its first test pass, and it is promising. Again, you'll have to see that on the next video, which is gonna be of this entire race, Yellow Bullet Nationals. If you're coming to Yellow Bullet, come find us. We're way down in the Jingweeds, I guess. We like to park down here. It's nice and open, but I have a very limited amount of shirts and hats. So if you're coming and you want to buy one, come see us. Come check out the car, both cars, and I hope to see you here. But if you're enjoying the content, like and subscribe. Thanks for watching.